So you're thinking about moving to Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento metro area. Before you finalize your decision and choose a specific neighborhood, it's crucial to weigh the pros and cons of living in Sacramento. In today's video, we're sharing our latest insight on the best aspect of this metro area that we absolutely love, as well as some things that we find challenging. Stay tuned to get the most updated information to help you make an informed decision about your potential move to Sacramento. Remember guys, my name is Mark McDonough with the Mark McDonough team, Coldwell Banker Realty. If you have any questions about this video or you want to move into the area and you want a team, guys, we got your back. Also, we'll be dropping a lot of content regarding the Sacramento area, so subscribe, like, and remember, we answer all questions and comments that you post. Let's get into the video right now. Okay, so now let's give you 5 pros, and honestly, there are way more than 5 pros, so I narrowed it down a little bit just for you guys. Number 1 is affordability. So many people in other areas like the Bay Area or Los Angeles are renting. Their idea of buying a home, that probably will never happen. Let's be honest. The prices there are crazy. A lot of people will be renting for life in those areas. Moving to Sacramento, you can definitely buy a home here, especially if you're moving in from areas like Los Angeles and San Francisco or the Bay Area. It's not bad. And in fact, a lot of people also move to our area for the most part because they can get their dream home. That's right, your dream home. That's right, something that you grew up believing if you lived in the Bay Area that you might never have. I mean, something you watch on TV, something that looks just amazing, and you say to yourself, there's just no way I'm gonna be affording that. I'm gonna probably be renting for the rest of my life. In Sacramento, you can actually make that come true. I mean, the idea here is if you walk into Sacramento, I'm not saying everyone has to, if you walk in here with like $2 million, let's just say, you can pretty much buy whatever you want here in Sacramento. You can buy yourself a 7,000 square foot house with a pool, with a cabana, TV outside in the backyard. I mean, you can do whatever you want here, you know, which is fantastic. And for people who are a little bit more realistic like me as far as like what they want to buy, you can buy something that, you know, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, nice sized backyard, great community. And it's just fantastic, you know. I mean, for me growing up in the Bay Area, a lot of my friends are still renting. You know, we grew up in Marin County. Marin County hit a huge boom, and all of a sudden no one could really afford to buy houses in Marin. And so a lot of people I know straight up right now are renting still in Marin. When based on what I'm seeing, what they're making, what they have in the bank, they could definitely buy something here that'll probably make them smile, and their mortgage payment won't be even nearly what the rent is in the Bay Area. So that's one of the things that I love about Sacramento, our affordability. I still think Sacramento is the biggest bang for your buck, the best idea for California lifestyle that's affordable in all of California. So for me, I love that about Sacramento. I think it's fantastic for a person who's looking to maybe buy a house, they're renting, and they don't think that that's possible to actually buy a house. Guys, you can make it happen here in Sacramento. Come out to Sacramento because you will definitely see a lot of that here. And this is a big one. If you're worried about the kids having parks, if they want to develop their sports skills, if you're thinking to yourself, I want an atmosphere like that, you have not seen soccer season in Sacramento before. We have so many parks, we have so many sports facilities. If you want to play soccer all year long, you can definitely do it. We got indoor tennis, we got golf, we got everything underneath the sun. Why? Because we got land. So we build a lot of these facilities for your kids. We have high schools like Folsom High School that looks like a mini college. And we have a bunch of high schools on their way in as well too. These are all amazing facilities for your children. So here's the thing for you. If you come out to Sacramento and you expect to see not a lot of kids out there playing and developing their skills, you're under the wrong impression of Sacramento. I've never seen so many soccer players out there. I've never seen so many like football players, lacrosse, I mean, you name it, volleyball. I mean, it's just crazy. Parks, the schools are just unbelievable, and like I've never seen something like this before. And for me, I have an 8-year-old daughter and she's playing every sport underneath the sun. She's got basketball, she does swimming. It's really impressive what they have here in Sacramento, especially for your kids. This is a big one for a lot of people. A lot of people are freaking out right now. I'm seeing a lot of TikTok videos and everything too about tech people being laid off. And it's stressful, especially a lot of these tech people also rent, which is just insane for me as well too. But here's the thing, guys, in the Sacramento area, we have a diversity of jobs. Is it as easy as just going there and getting a job? No, it isn't. But I'll tell you something, if I'm going into a recession and I got myself an IT job at the state, I'm okay. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. And also we have other stuff you can jump into as well too. We got like Dignity Health, Sutter Health, Kaiser's. We got a huge medical jobs. We're talking nurses, we're talking doctors, IT staff, office staff for all the medical over there too. We also have IT. We got HP, we got Intel, we got Micron, we got Oracle. And then also we have schools, Elk Grove Unified School District. And because we're building so many new homes, there's going to be new schools and there's going to be new jobs at those schools. So guys, as far as our jobs go, man, the diversity of jobs here, and if you can just get yourself a state job, and I tell you something, I know at least, I don't know, every day I bump into someone who has a state job. I mean, they're loving it, they're less stressed, and they're excited. I even got my buddy Brett at school that we always talk barbecue about in the morning, and he's like 53. He's got 2 more years before he retires with basically a full pension. It's nuts. And this is the last one. This is the biggest pro I can tell you guys. Sacramento is on a huge growth spurt. Why? Because we got land, because we got location, because we got price. You name me a better spot in California than get you the California lifestyle and be as affordable to get you what we can get you. The location we got is fantastic. The jobs, the new home building we got, and the amazing lifestyles you can get in some of the amazing areas in the greater Sacramento area. Guys, you can have it all here. If you like to golf, we got golf course communities. If you want a man-made lake and you like that water vibe, we got that covered as well too. If you want a stay at home, we got Grant Bay. If you want golf course communities that are just mind-blowing, we got Catavedera, we got Whitney Oaks, we got Serrano. We got it all here, guys, and we honestly, the best is yet to come. I mean, we got land, we got development, we got building that's happening right now. By 2030, the landscape of Sacramento is completely going to be different, and I, for one, am glad I bought in early, and like I said, that's the biggest pro I can tell you about moving to Sacramento. Okay, so let's start with the cons. Number 1, distance to the Bay Area. Everyone and their brother is going to tell you it's an hour and 20 minutes to the Bay Area, maybe in certain parts of Elk Grove, but for the most part, you can tack on another 30 to maybe 50 minutes more if you live in places like El Dorado Hills and Rockland. You can get a little far away from the Bay Area. So if you're someone maybe who's making the move from the Bay Area and you still got to commute 1 day a week and you're thinking maybe Folsom or maybe Rockland, check traffic cycles out. Also, there's a lot of construction happening now on the 50 and on the 80, so that's just something to keep in mind. Like I said, guys, I used to do the 1 day a week commute to the Bay Area, and if I left at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was good as gold. But if I left around 6 o'clock, I hit Sacramento traffic on the Causeway. I hit traffic in Fairfield, in Vacaville. It was just kind of a nightmare. And coming back, if I left anytime after 2 o'clock from the Bay Area, there was just traffic the same way coming back. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're coming from the Bay Area, or you need to at least do 1 day of the Bay Area and everyone's telling you, oh, it's an hour, 20 minutes. Just depends on where you live. And also, if you have to go to the Bay Area, it depends on traffic cycles. So just keep in mind that thing when you're kind of thinking to yourself, I need to at least do 1 day in the Bay Area. It can be a little bit brutal. Number 2, grass is green, right? So you're going to need to water it. That means when you come out to the Sacramento area and you're looking at homes and they have amazing yards and pools and all that kind of fun stuff, and you're checking it out maybe during fall or maybe winter, and your dream has always been to have a huge yard or maybe grow some organic veggies or maybe have a pool, right? During summer, we have a lot of water restrictions, and because it's hot and evaporation and you got to water the plants 2 or 3 times during the course of the day, your water price can go sky high. So just keep in mind too when you're shopping for a house, especially if you're doing it during winter and fall, that during summertime, you're going to need to spend a lot of money on water, and the water restrictions and water prices definitely increase during summertime. Number 3, we have some great restaurants in Sacramento, but really not enough if you're compared to areas like Bay Area or Los Angeles. Now, that's kind of a good and a bad thing. For me, I kind of like the fact that I sit at home and we barbecue, we have people over. That works for me. But if you're a foodie and you're saying to yourself, I want that kind of experience, like going downtown Sacramento or San Francisco, to go get some food, or like you're going to Chinatown, you're going to like North Beach, or if you're going to like the Mission District in San Francisco, we just don't have that just yet. Now, for us, it's mainly like there are some restaurants that have Michelin stars. We have 2 of them. There's some really nice places to eat as well too, but it's definitely not the same vibe as San Francisco or Los Angeles. We're getting there, don't get me wrong, but it's not enough to get you out every single night of the week. You're gonna have your favorite spots, your favorite haunts, but back in the day in the Bay Area, you'd go to Boulevard one night, you'd go somewhere else the other night, and you'd never really stop and go to the same spot unless they were a local spot and you're going there every single week. So like I said, restaurants in Sacramento are definitely improving, but not by the volume that they have in the Bay Area or in Los Angeles. Number 4, internet, home insurance, SMUD versus PG&E. All those things are things you need to keep in mind. Internet, in some areas, you are on FrontierNet, which is satellite, and that's as good as it gets. And if you are someone who like me, for example, loves Spotify, loves like Netflix, YouTube, it can be a little bit of a pain if you're limited on bandwidth and you got all the kids doing Zoom stuff and they're all talking to their friend. It can be a pain. So just understand that before you decide to pull the trigger on this gorgeous country estate, make sure it has good internet, because you could really be shooting yourself in the foot. Now, the other thing too is home insurance. Home insurance is kind of skyrocketed in areas like El Dorado Hills, in Lincoln and everything too. So just understand that if you see this amazing house and it's on a beautiful hill and there's dry grass everywhere, talk with your home insurance provider as well too, because that could be a little pricey. Now the SMUD and PG&E thing, guys, SMUD is fantastic, but SMUD's only in Sacramento County. If you're still buying in Placer County except for Roseville, you're going to be on PG&E. So just understand that when you're thinking to yourself, oh, I love Rockland, I love Folsom. Folsom's on SMUD, Rockland's in PG&E, and that's definitely a con if you do buy in Placer County, because PG&E prices, especially if you plan on buying a home with more square footage, that's going to be a higher bill, absolutely. And number 5, and this is a big one for everyone. I know people drive in the Bay Area, but guys, here's the thing. In Sacramento, we are a driving city. What that means is, like Roseville, for example, is a hub of shopping. You got the Apple store, you got all those kind of fun stores there. And there's not too many areas where you have the diversity of stores and that type of shopping anywhere else in the Sacramento area. So if you live maybe on the 50 in Folsom, you definitely are going to make trips to Roseville. You're also going to be making trips downtown if you want some of those 5-star Michelin restaurants as well too. So in Sacramento, we definitely are a driving city, and there's a lot of freeways, kind of some congestion, nothing comparatively towards the Bay Area, but it's definitely something to keep in mind that when you do buy a house here in Sacramento, make sure you got a garage with maybe 4 spaces, because those kids of yours, they're going to get older, they're going to want their own cars, and guys, because of distance and driving is in schools, you're going to probably want them to have their own cars as well. Okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video on the pros and cons of moving to Sacramento, California and the greater Sacramento area. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because we will be dropping a lot more content regarding the Sacramento area. Again, guys, my name is Mark McDonough with the Mark McDonough team of Caldwell Banker Realty. If you have any questions, we're just a phone call away. Now, we've done 3 things just for you. Number 1, we created an app that will help you find anything that is for sale in the greater Sacramento area. We call it the Zillow Killer. Number 2, we created a relocation guide, answering all your questions you have about relocating in the Sacramento area. And number 3, last but not least, for all you first-time home buyers, we created a guide, A to Z, how to purchase your first home. Remember, guys, we're a phone call away with any questions you might have, and we'd love to work with you, so feel free to reach out. Again, guys, my name is Mark. I'll see you in the next video.